shirt, though I post videos on Wednesday, so probably Mardi Gras was yesterday, and then I shouldn't be wearing something sparkly because it's Ash Wednesday. I should be opposite of Mardi Gras, but I'm gonna wear Mardi Gras anyway because when I filmed it's not even Mardi Gras yet. And here we are to read the poem, The Emperor of Ice Cream. Now, since it's Ice Cream by Wallace Stevens. Call the roller of big cigars, the muscular one, and bid him whip in kitchen cups concupiscent curds. Let the wenches dawdle in such dress as they are used to wear, and let the boys bring flowers in last month's newspapers. Let be finale of seam. The only emperor is the emperor of ice cream. Take from the dresser of deal, lacking the 3 glass knobs, that sheet on which she embroidered fantails once and spread it so as to cover her face. If her horny feet protrude, they come to show how cold she is and dumb. Let the lamp affix its beam. The only emperor is the emperor of ice cream. That's it. So there's several things I just noticed from reading out loud is that the last 2 lines in each stanza rhyme. But other than that, nothing rhymes. But it sounds really cool. The other thing that I'm going to say about this poem before we try to figure it out is when I first heard this poem, I'm like, okay, I don't get it at all. And then the teacher explained it and it still didn't make sense. Like, okay, I hear what you're saying. I don't see it. But this time when I decided to read the poem, I don't know if I understand it as in, Wallace, I get what you're saying. I'm not put off. I'm not put off. I like it. So let's break this sucker down. Break it down. And I'm going to do just like I said and do the sentences. So there, and Wallace Stevens very happily gave us end marks. We have periods, and I can say there's a sentence. So the first sentence is, call the roller of big cigars, the muscular one, and bid him whip in the kitchen cups concupiscent curds. And if you look at this on Poetry Foundation, you can see that bid and concupiscent are highlighted, and you can click on them and find out what they mean. I know what bid means, but concupiscent, so I looked that up, and it's sensual or desirous. Like with curds, sensual curd, and sensual doesn't have to mean sexual. Sensual to me means of the senses. So it looks good, it feels good, it even sounds good, and it does sound good. Cups of concupiscent curds. So that's one sentence, and like I said, who's doing the thing, and I didn't say who's speaking. So there is this voice who's commanding. And in the sentence, there is no stated subject, so we call that the understood subject of you. So I am saying I'll pretend it's me, the speaker, saying you do something, you call. So the subject is you, and just like we don't know who the speaker is, we don't know who you is. There's somebody in the poem. Do you see them? Do you see them? No, neither do I. They're in my head. They're in my imagination. So call, that's call and bid. Those are the 2 verbs. What do we want? What is somebody going to do? Somebody's going to call and somebody is going to bid. So like bid is like ask them. Call them and ask them to do something. Call, hey you, hey, and who is you? The roller of big cigars. So he does. Which one? Which roller of big cigars? The muscular one. And bid him whip and call him, hey, cigar roller, come here and whip, and bid him, ask him to whip in the kitchen concupiscent curds. So taking that sentence and asking who's doing something, you're doing something. What are you doing? You're calling and you're bidding. And then it's, okay, what are you calling and bidding him to do? So So far, that's what we've got. That's what we've got. We're okay. Then, and every I'm going to say this, that almost every sentence has an understood subject of you. Not all of them, but almost all of them. And it starts with a verb. Call, let, and then we get to the last line of the first stanza. The only emperor is the emperor of ice cream. So the first stanza has 1, 2, 3, 4 stanzas, and we can see, because there's a period, not 4 stanzas. First stanza is 4 sentences. Next sentence, let the wenches, and that's also highlighted if you're on the Poetry Foundation, let the wenches dawdle in such dress as they are used to wear, and let the boys bring flowers in last month's newspapers. All right, you, again, who's the subject, who's doing something? You are. You let, and this is what I did. I underlined the verb and I put a little line here, and that's, for me, that's you. There's no subject, so I put a line for the subject, you. You let. Let the wenches, well, wenches is another word for women or girls or young women, dawdle. To me, dawdle is just kind of like, just dawdling, just moving around, not really with I don't have purpose. Let the wenches dawdle in such dress as they are used to wear. Let them move about in the clothes they usually wear. This is what it means to me. And let, so again, we have 2 verbs. The other one was call and bid. This is let and let. Let the girls do this, and let the boys bring flowers in last month's newspapers. So I don't quite know why we have to let them do that, but that's what's going on. And I see it as, do I have, I don't, but I have a snowman. Pretend that's a flower. You know, how you wrap things like flowers or in kind of like a cone. That's what I see. I see that let the boys wrap the flowers in old newspapers. A little sentence. Let be finale of seem. Okay. Again, Mr. Stevens, I'm a little confused. You let what? Let be. Let the word be. There's a verb, to be. Oh, Hamlet goes on about it, to be or not to be. This is getting so long. Let be be. Let it be, let it be. I don't sing, but it breaks me think of the Beatles. This is before the Beatles, makes me think of Hamlet, where being becomes the main thing of this. Let be finale of seem. Finale is what comes at the end of seem. To me, I'm thinking, and my brain is doing gymnastics. It's doing gymnastics. You let what being, you let what is, you let be become the finale. I'm saying become because I want it to be different than be. Let what is be the finale of what seems to be. Okay, does that? I gotta mentally grip it. But I also like the way it sounds. Let be finale of seem. Let be finale of seam. So, the only emperor is the emperor of ice cream. Now that sentence is completely clear to me. Emperor is emperor. Which emperor? The emperor of ice cream. The one of ice cream. Now, I understand the words. I understand what's the subject, emperor. I understand what the verb is. I understand what the object is, emperor. What I don't get is, what are you trying to tell me, Mr. Stevens? What are you saying to me? The only emperor is the emperor of ice cream. I'm open to listening, but I'm not clear here. Not clear. All right, now that's the whole thing. I'm seeing things. I understand what sentences are saying. Do I have a deeper meaning? No. Am I bothered? No, I'm not bothered. Somebody might tell me I need to have a deeper meaning, but I'm like, no. That's it, no. Next stanza, first sentence. Okay. Take from the dresser of deal. Now, deal is highlighted on Poetry Foundation. I'm glad, because that one threw me off. And I didn't know this. So I looked it up. All right, clicked. And it says deal is cheap pine or firewood. So the dresser made of cheap pine. Take from the dresser of cheap pine. That makes so much more sense than, I'm like, what is a dresser of deal? But without that, and I don't think anybody ever told me that before, I can understand why I was confused. Take from the dresser of cheap pine, of deal, the one, it doesn't say this, but I'm adding it, the one, lacking 3 glass knobs. So take from the, so again, we're getting like the roller of big cigars. Which one? The muscular one. Take from the dresser of deal. Which one? The one that's lacking 3 glass knobs. So take that sheet. So it's not take the dresser. It's now we get to what we want, what the object is, what we're supposed to take, or what you is supposed to take. That sheet. And again, now we're getting a description. Which sheet? Which sheet do you want me to take out of the dresser made of pine, of cheap pine? On which she embroidered fantails once. Now, I'm not, you can look up fantails if you're looking at Poetry Foundation. I do embroidery. I look at embroidery, so that doesn't throw me off. I'm like, okay, so that's a tail that looks like a fan, probably on a bird, like a peacock. That's what I see. And spread it so as to cover her face. Take the sheet and cover, take and spread so that it covers her face. If her horny feet protrude, they come, and this is where we don't have a you subject. It's the feet, they. If her horny feet protrude, they come to show how cold she is and dumb. So they is the subject, and they is the pronoun for feet. Her feet show how cold she is and dumb. And dumb doesn't mean, in my head, it doesn't mean she's not smart. It means she's quiet, because she's not speaking. If her horny feet protrude, and horny, why? Like that's a, that just says to me, this woman was not someone who went and got pedicures. Again, I mean, if you look at the thing, another thing to do, look at the poem, if you're looking at it, is to see how each stanza mirrors it. They both have the same last line. The second to last line both starts with the word let, the verb let, and is short, and they both rhyme with each other and with the last word, ice cream. Of course they have to rhyme, because they all rhyme with ice cream. So the last one, let the lamp affix its beam. Put the light so it shines specific place. Let the lamp affix its beam. The only emperor is the emperor of ice cream. So that's the poem. Do I feel like me and Wallace Stevens we're like of one mind? We're like, I see you, Wallace Stevens. No, no, I don't. I've been taken to another world, which is cool. That's a reason to read somebody else's work. But what I definitely have are images in my head. I see a muscular dude who rolls cigars. I've had an experience with this poem. I still don't know if I understand it, but I don't feel like I have to. Somebody asked me about being older and if I, something about it, and to her it was she could see things more clearly, and to me it's I've given up understanding. I don't have a specific need to understand. If I don't understand this poem, I'm okay with that. I have had an experience with this poem and I liked it. All right, we're going to do ice cream, and we're going to figure out why ice cream, what ice cream brings to this poem and to emperorhood.